Have you ever heard of Margaritaville? Well, we stayed there recently, a resort south of Cancun, and we thought we would share our review of the resort as well as really interesting. There are these vacation clubs that you might want to consider and whether there's any value there to save you money in your travels. One of the things we like to do is review for you some places that we have stayed recently. And so you can determine, hey, is this a fun place to go for you on your next trip, your next vacation? So with that, let's go ahead and jump in. Well, let's talk about Margaritaville. Number one, it's an all-inclusive, and we're going to give you a lot of details here in a moment. A pretty nice looking place. I want to show you where it is located. We fly into Cancun. It's very easy to get to no matter where you are. It's just south of Cancun, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Pretty quick transfer, get you to paradise. So the one we want to talk about is the Margaritaville Island Reserve Riviera Maya. And this one is adults only. It opened in June of 2023. So there are two, right? The other resort.
It's not very far away, and it's a family Margaritaville resort. That's the distinction between the two.
Yeah, and we've stayed at both of them, and they're both super nice. We just want you to understand this one is adults only. So if that's what you're looking for,
The resort, it's small, it's compacted, but it's a U shape, a horseshoe shape that faces out to the ocean. So a lot of the rooms will have ocean views. Super nice. There's about 350 rooms and suites with beautiful ocean views. A lot of the ground floor ones will have the swim up pool. There's a long, a lazy river that snakes around the property. So you get pool almost everywhere you go. And the room itself is spacious, very comfortable. There's a really nice bathroom as well.
we stayed on the ground floor so we could do the swim up. You basically go out the back to your patio and right into the pool. Easy to get to the bar and your drinks. It's all inclusive, so drinks are included, which is always nice. If you do want that view, like Monica mentioned, you do need to be further up in the building, probably like fourth, fifth floor type of thing for a more expansive ocean view. But we could still see the ocean when we stepped out onto our balcony. So you will not go hungry. There is the main buffet, which is the boathouse. There are some themed nights in there, which is nice. Very nice breakfast. One of the better breakfasts I think that we've had at some of these type of resorts. In addition, some specialty dining. There's the brewery on site, pub food, bar food, really nice. But they do brew their own beer, Landshark, on site. We even did a tasting over there. Frank and Lola's is an Italian restaurant that's available. And there's some more culinary options as well. They've got the steakhouse and then License to Chill, which is in the middle by the pool. You get some really nice tacos there. You're in Mexico, you got to get tacos, right? And then Joe Merchant's is a place where you can spend some points that they will give you. With those points, you can buy additional food, beverages, snacks, that type of thing. And there's a nice coffee shop in there as well. If you want specialty coffee, that's included, as well as some nice baked goods that are all included. So it's not a huge resort. So you're not going to have 10 different restaurants. It's a little more focused, but we stayed there a week. I don't think we ever got tired of the food, did we?
No, we didn't. It was really good. They have some special dining experiences. The Mexican dinner show is really fun, and they've got a bunch of different Mexican food. They've got a show, and it's over at the boathouse. That's a great place for an event. And then they can arrange a surf and turf dinner if you'd like. That's an extra charge, but we've done that before, and it's a really elevated dining experience.
Yeah, and then of course there's drinks. So plenty of drinks if you like to have a great margarita and anything else. You're going to have those selections. There's a swim up bar. It's for the most part everything included. I don't think we paid extra really for any of our food and beverage. So it is one nice thing when you book a room. Let's say it's $400 or $450 a night for a couple. At least that includes everything, including alcoholic beverages, all your drinks, your entertainment, and of course all your foods. And there's some extra activities, entertainment. Usually you'll be hooked up with a concierge that can help you with additional things on the property. Again, it's not a huge resort, but you'll have some neat things. We did the tequila tasting. We did the beer tasting, which was a lot of fun. If you're into the pool parties, they have those as well. You can just check your app on your daily schedule. Don't forget you're in the Riviera Maya. You can go off the resort and do all kinds of things. What are some of the favorite things we do in Riviera Maya?
We love the Explore resorts. There's a bunch of them in that family. There's a lot of tours. You can go to Tulum or to Chichen Itza, Coba, some of the pyramids. There's snorkeling tours. You can snorkel with whale sharks, which is really awesome.
You can even go down to Playa del Carmen, a really nice town that you can walk around. There's a bunch of other restaurants and bars and entertainment, a beach as well. Now, of course, you may want to stay fit because you're going to be eating and drinking a lot. So if that's you, there is a really nice fitness center. Remember, this resort opened in 2023, so everything's pretty new. I definitely did some time in the gym, and it's worthwhile. It was never busy, which was great. It is hot typically when you're there and humid. So you'll be sweating on the way in and definitely sweating on the way out. Just be aware of that. But you got the pool, so you just go into the pool right after. We did some pickleball, which is a lot of fun. They've got volleyball, fitness classes, things like that. So plenty of choices in that area. If you want to learn how to save money on bookings like this, resorts, we've got a lot of great advice available. All you need to do is go to the link on the screen, digitalromance.com. That's our website. We got a bunch more information for you there. Download this guide. We put together some of our best tips to save a lot of money, whether you're a budget traveler or you're a luxury traveler or anything in between. And please don't forget to like on this video. It helps us a lot. And subscribe to our channel. You all know this, but most people watching right now are not subscribed. It's free. We would really appreciate if you just click that button. It'll definitely help us going forward.
Sure. There's also the spa. You can't forget that. So Saint Somewhere Spa it's huge. It's obviously brand new. The spa pricing is pretty pricey. That's the bad thing about it. But if you're into that, you will love it. They've got a really nice water area too.
Entertainment options are available. There's live music at night in the Landshark Brewery. And so there's definitely things to do. The main lobby has got live music as well and a bar. It's fairly quiet, I will say, at night. It's not a big party scene. If you want it to be a little bit more low key, you want a couple drinks, maybe some live music in the background, this would be a good choice. Like we mentioned earlier, lots of off-resort excursions. Remember, this resort is very small. So if you're somebody who wants to put in the 10,000 steps a day, it's going to be challenging at this resort. So you're going to have to get out there. Let's talk about some of the pros. It's adults only. The service is really nice. Everybody's friendly, lots of smiles. It's a new property still, so it's very modern. The rooms I thought were pretty amazing, very large overall, and the food's very good. It's an all-inclusive. You're not going to confuse it for high-end gourmet, but given that it's an all-inclusive, I actually thought overall food's pretty good.
A lot of great seafood too.
Now, there is a big con. The big con is?
There is no beach. For one of those people that needs to be on the beach, they've had some erosion problems during the construction of this resort. So there really is no beach. The railing goes up to the edge and you can look down and see a little bit of beach, but you can't access it. So if you want beach, you will have to go somewhere else.
Don't be fooled by the pictures. They have some really nice pictures on the website with a fully developed beach, and maybe that was the dream, but it doesn't exist. Some people are beach people and they want to sit on the sand. You're going to have to go to the other Margaritaville Resort. They will have some shuttles and they'll take you there. So you can arrange a beach day at the other Margaritaville, the one that is not adults only, and there is beach there. So there are ways to do it, but we just want people to be aware that you may be shocked if you were expecting your typical beach. Now I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the membership, because when you were there, you were going to be, it's not harassment, so don't worry. You just can say no if you're not interested at all in the membership. Let's talk about a vacation club membership. This is different than timeshare. There's pros, but there's definitely a lot of cons with timeshares. We've owned them in the past years ago. Maybe we'll do another video on how to do it. We got a lot of value out of it, but there's some special ways you need to purchase these. There's also fractional ownership, which we do have involvement in now. That's another video for another time. But there's also vacation clubs. And one of them is called Prestige Travelers. And there's another one called Exotic Vacations. And that's a long story that we're not going to get into. These two basically split and had an ugly divorce. So you have this one side, which is represented by Karisma Resorts. So Karisma manages and owns several resorts globally, mostly in Mexico at this point. Their portfolio of resorts has gone down over the last 12 to 24 months. But when you're at a resort like this, they may make available to you a presentation where you can learn about Prestige Travelers. So I know it's a little confusing. Think about Karisma owns the properties like Margaritaville and a few others. You do not need to be a vacation club member at all, but you can also become a member and you can book in through the membership, and you do get some perks as a result of that. So let's talk about that a little bit. And then I want to kind of take you through, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? It's something you may have run across in other resorts. You really do get VIP treatment. And when you show up as a member, you have a separate area that you go to check in. There's a lot of perks related with that they will give you. You'll get more points for the store. You'll have easier access to the restaurants. Typically, some of the entertainment that is fee-based, you won't have to pay for it. Your concierge will go ahead and book you into that. If you want to do stuff off property, you'll be taken care of. At this resort, we had a dedicated lounge, which was really nice. They had some food, snacks, some beer, some wine, some place to sit out, pool table. If we needed to use the pickleball courts, they would be scrambling to make sure it was ready for us. So as members, there definitely are some nice perks.
Yeah, they stock your room with liquor, which is nice. And then we had a dinner. If you stay for a week, there's like a gala every week. So it was really nice.
They took us up to the other Margaritaville, and all the members, we were on the beach. And it was a surf and turf dinner. You need to be really clear with them that you need to be in and out in 60 minutes or 90 minutes, and then you just leave. You're not obligated to buy anything, but if you've ever sat in on these presentations, put a comment down below. Have you ever gone to a timeshare presentation? Have you ever signed up for one and didn't think you were going to? As you know, they can be quite good. We have friends who are members as well. They've really taught us that you have to tell them upfront you're going, you can get out by this time,
Mhm.
and that's it. Also realize if you are interested, there's an investment, and you need to make sure you're going to get a return on investment. And the best way to negotiate is to start to walk out and say no, because they will keep improving the offer. Do never take the first deal. We made them really suffer in order for us to finally sign up. And we had gone down multiple times with our friends in the past. We sat through for 60 minutes and we always said no. And then almost like a last gasp, we got an incredible offer. And that's really why we said yes here probably about 2 years ago. The real key is you need to calculate your return on investment. This is essential. So what I want you to do is consider that you'll save about 15 to 20% on the nightly rates. They may tell you 50%, not going to happen. But let's just pretend it's $500 a night. And that's for a couple with everything. So for a week, that's $3,500. If you're saving 15%, that's going to be roughly $500 for the week. Next, you're going to get quite a few perks. This includes round trip transfers if you stay for a week at a time. I put the value of those perks right about $400 because about $150 to $200 you save on transfers. You'll also be able to do the on-resort activities that sometimes they charge $50 to $100 each. Like Monica mentioned, you might score yourself a free massage. So I say about $400 is the value of the perks for a week long. And there's a lot of soft value as well, the way you get treated, but I'm not going to put any dollar value on that. So let's just say roughly that your savings for the week long is $900 to $1,000. If you went down twice a year for 5 years and you saved each time you went down $1,000, that's $10,000 over 5 years. That should tell you right away that you should not be paying more than that for a membership. I don't want to wait more than 5 years to get a break even, but there are benefits that you can accelerate your return on investment. If you use this enough, it can be worthwhile. For a lot of people, it's not going to be worthwhile. Just book, go, enjoy it, and don't worry about it. Now, one of the things I think you have to get included, walk away if they don't include your membership into Interval World. This gives you flexibility to trade your weeks into other resorts. We've done this multiple times now. We just traded a couple weeks and we have a lot of weeks in our membership. You can do at least probably 2, maybe even 3 weeks a year in Interval, and that could save you $1,000 to $3,000 each time. So for us, our ROI is going to happen in about 2 years with this. But I know sometimes I've heard they don't give you Interval World and the ability to exchange your week to thousands of resorts around the world, or they want to charge you more for it. Walk away, leave. This has to be included, or I would absolutely not do it. This will get you to your return on investment much quicker. They've got a lot of different levels. I would just do Sapphire. I wouldn't get involved in all the higher levels. The rooms are much more expensive. You don't need those perks. I would just do a Sapphire to the lowest membership if you want any chance of getting a return on investment. Finally, I got to say, crunch the numbers. For 90% of you listening, it's not going to be worth considering. But I know for some of you who travel frequently might find a way to make this valuable. We finally got a deal that we just were like, all right, this is one that we can get a return on investment on, and we'll do it in under 24 months. We'll break even. After that, it's just kind of fun and gravy, and it's a good time going down there. But you got to negotiate pretty hard and say no a lot of times to get the very best deal. All right, so all you need to do is book. I would book directly. You can look up Margaritaville Island Reserve and book directly on their website. Like you've learned from us from other videos, mess with your dates a little bit. Maybe try not to go peak season if you can. It's very hot in the summer, but it will be cheaper. So be aware of that. Spring break, maybe not when I would go down there, but there's definitely some nice pockets. September, October could be really nice times to go. The spring is a good time to go. It's not very far from the airport. If you don't get an included shuttle because you're not a member, no big deal. We have 2 that we recommend, Happy Shuttle and Kalito Travel. Super reliable. They'll meet you right at the airport. You can go through the gauntlet and say no to everybody who's got to sign up and is trying to take you to your resort and sign you up for a timeshare presentation. Just put blinders on and get through the gauntlet. I think for me, I would highly recommend it. It's a really good time. 4 to 7 days is perfect, all inclusive. We do a lot of cruise travel on this channel. It's a similar experience, just on land. So I would definitely recommend it. Understand the cons. Like we said, no beach. You don't have a lot of different food places to go. And if you need to really be active and walk a lot, you're going to have to arrange some off the resort activities.
Anything that's margarita themed is okay in my book. And we love the whole Margaritaville brand. And it's just a happy, fun, relaxed vibe. We like to go there and hang out. Everybody's happy. Everybody's in a good mood.
So go ahead and leave some comments down below. Have you ever stayed at a Margaritaville resort? Have you stayed at any resorts in Cancun or Riviera Maya? So give us the pros and cons. Have you ever sat through one of these presentations? We'd love to hear that. We probably all have some pretty funny stories, maybe some horror stories. We'll be able to do a future video on fractional ownership, which is very fascinating, a really great way to do this, the way that we travel a good part of the year. as well as if you're interested in timeshare, we have some really good ways to do that. We also have another video on using RedWeek. We'll put a link down below. That's a way that you can go ahead and take advantage of other people's weeks for some really great rates. Check that video out. We'll put that in the link. And with that,
We'll see you out there.